position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Illinois' offense will get the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
It didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Past the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Got his man. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running to Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Wisconsin's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it?
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Picked off. They turn over in their own end.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. Bulldozes his way through. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Back to the ground with the running back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, finding Illini. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Give to the single back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Badgers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call red snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Hauls it in. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws to keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on 1st down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Trying to get the corner. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Altmaier. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the corner on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anthony. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Illinois experienced a resurgence under Brett Bielema a year ago. He's been at 3 different power programs, but this was his best season in more than a decade, guys.
Yeah, and it seems like Bielema's got a recipe to win, and it's usually ground and pound. But how about this offense with Luke Altmaier at quarterback last year? Through the air, they became good and proficient and started to change the identity of Illinois, and had a great season and finished with a big bowl win against South Carolina.
So a big key then is Luke Altmaier and taking that next step this year, too, to really help out this offense, be more explosive and win games maybe some different ways, and not always have to rely on running the football and playing great defense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Quickly complete. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Altmaier. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Illinois! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Badgers in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Working that left side now. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll keep it himself, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Complete to start this drive. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Oh, better look out. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Unloads it left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll run it. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. The give on the inside. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Finding open areas. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You going right or you going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
Illinois picked up the 1st down. Now here they come again. The give from the gun. Got some first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's second and long. Leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. To throw, it's Altmaier. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Clement. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Handoff to the lone back.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Clement. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Edwards. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Anthony.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Oh, they're after him. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And he does everything he can. Tries to scramble, tries to make something happen. Nice job by the defense getting him to the ground. Down by more than a field goal. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Badger! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Illinois offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The give to the back. Turning it on. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires left. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Snagged in the middle, it's Arkin. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Arkin. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
That's a first down for the offense.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. The give. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone, and he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Illini!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Hands it off. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And you see them consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Illinois. They strike first in overtime.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Illinois 38, Wisconsin 31.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Badger. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And right down the middle. Now first down here in the second overtime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. To the air. It's Edwards. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. The play action fake. Using the quick game. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Wisconsin, 44. Illinois, 38.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Lost a throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
On the move. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Touchdown to stay in the game. On third and short, the power run here. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Almost intercepted, and you just can't put the ball in jeopardy on first down in overtime.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Flips it out to the back. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Trailing by a touchdown, third and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Illini! They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the two-pointer will win it. Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. They got it! The two-pointer for the win!